Cost of living crisis in Australia. Australian economy is at critical stage at the moment. Inflation is above the Reserve Bank target, and their cost of living has the difference affected lower income Australians because it increased inequality and they could not afford rent, and many young people are cutting their expenses to afford the rent and for groceries only. There is many Australians feels that there is the slow wage growth rate and inflation exceeds the actual real wage growth. The cost of living crisis hit the lower income people in Australia. The cost of we heard that many Australians are forced to live into homelessness by increasing cost of living pressures. Out of 10 people identify there is increase in grocery prices, followed by utilities and transportation as well. So it has various social implications with the increase of cost of living. It will create mental health pressure, domestic violences, and these social problems will leave families unable to pay their rent and at risk of homelessness. Due to cost of living pressure, many Australians are living in car, a garage, and other temporary accommodations. There is really crisis in rental affordability and food insecurity continues, and many Australians feel that government is not backing them properly. I hope Anthony Albanese will look their people because they are elected by people and they are for the people. I hope election is coming next year. I think he will think about it because lots of Australians who are very young and who are going to enter in the property market are unable to afford the housing as well, because housing is very expensive and cost of living of house is increasing every year, and the more even people earn more wages, more income, but inflation eat their real wages. Because for example 2 years ago we can buy tomato like $5 per kg. Now it's $8, $9 per kg, but our wage increase at just 50 cents, like something like that. So actually real wage is not increasing as much as we expect. It is very slower rate than expected. I think government should reduce the inflation or either increase the real wage. There is two options. I think it's good idea. Government have to monitor the different institutions if there is a really price raising or something like that. Yeah. And cost of living crisis is worse in decades. Many Australian experts tell that it is very worst in decade, and Australian economy grew just 0.3% in December quarter 2024, and whole year 0.8%. This is the slowest growth year after the COVID-19 2020. So I think Albanese government will think about it, and then they will bring new policy and they will give more relief to the people, Australian people, so that people can afford the rent, afford the groceries and their daily living expenses. If this continues, many Australians will go homelessness, and then there will be the growth. I think in the if there is and there will increase in social problems as well. If it continues, then the standard of living of other Australians who are living middle class and rich people also will be impacted as well. If social chaos and violence increases, obviously it will increase every people living in a society. Thank you so much. See you in next video. Stay tuned.